If you want to self-publish tabletop RPGs and resources, you're going to need a thick skin. Hey, I'm Matt. I'm the creator behind dicegeeks.com and the Books of Random Tables. Once you start creating things and releasing them out into the wild, people are going to have opinions about those products or games or resources or whatever you're putting out. Now, people who like stuff and have good experiences with things tend to be very quiet. People who have bad experiences tend to be very vocal. So if you're going to publish tabletop role-playing games and you're going to release them out into the public, you're going to have to deal with criticism. Now, when I first started publishing way back in 2015 and 2016, I would get negative reviews that would say something like, the author is illiterate, he knows nothing, the graphic design looks like it was done by a 10-year-old. Of course, I understand why I would get some reviews like that, because I didn't know what I was doing. This was the first time I was publishing things. I didn't know graphic design. I didn't know how to lay out books and things very well at the time. And so I understand that to a degree, but I'm just a guy who was trying to do something back then, and I was trying to learn. And in this day and age, we can publish anything. And so I was publishing maybe some things that weren't ready to be published, but I was doing it and I was learning, and it helped me progress throughout my journey of creating tabletop resources. Then I kind of graduated from that, and I started getting things like I'm a total scam artist, that I'm ripping people off, that the products take 5 minutes to make, and that I'm putting exorbitant prices on them, and I'm trying to cheat people. Of course, this was very discouraging to me at the time, since I was working a full-time job and creating, which equaled another full-time job in the evening and the weekends, and I was missing family events and birthday parties just to create the tabletop resources that I was making at the time. And, to have somebody say, hey, it just took me 5 minutes to make, is very frustrating, especially when I knew some of those resources took me 6 months of full-time work to make. I was putting a lot of effort into it to learn how to create. So that was very discouraging to hear some of those things. But again, I just have to move on. We have to move on. We have to take it. And we just move on, and we keep making our products, and we keep releasing them. Then from there, I started getting, the author is arrogant. He thinks he's superior to everybody. He's never played tabletop role-playing games, even though I've been running games since I was 9 years old. And again, very discouraging stuff, but you just have to push through it and get over it and realize that even though not a lot of people are saying good things about the product, that there are vastly more of those people who enjoy the products and who are getting more out of the products. They're just silent about it. And of course, the emails that I would get from people saying how the books help them or how the random tables help them run a better game were always very important to me. And I always thank that person so much, because hearing some of that was very encouraging. Now, in our present day of 2026, the main criticism is that everything is AI slop, that the art is all AI, the text is all AI, even though I don't use AI art and I don't use generative AI text. My whole AI policy is put on dicegeeks.com on the About page, where I talk about how I use AI, and I don't use AI like that, except I get reviews like that all the time. I especially love the ones from products that were released in 2018 and 2019 that say that the art is AI or the text is generated, obviously, which is impossible, because I didn't even know such a thing existed, and it wasn't available to the public at that time anyway. So I always find that funny. But my main point with this video is not to defend myself, but it's to encourage you who want to self-publish tabletop resources or games, that you need to just go ahead, that there is going to be criticism. You could do your best work and somebody's still going to criticize it, because that's just the way life is, and it's the way people are. There is a great quote that I like, although I can't prove who said it because it just changed forms over many, many years, but it says, if you fear criticism, say nothing, do nothing, and be nothing. And at the end of the day, I want to say something I want to be something, and I want to do something, and I hope you do as well. So like I said, this is not a defense video for me and for my work. I want this to be an encouragement video for you. Release your game, release your product, publish your resources, and let the criticism come, but don't get discouraged. Keep going. Be willing to say something. Be willing to do something. Be willing to be something. If you let the criticism stop you, if you let that put an end to your self-publishing career or endeavors, you will regret it one day. So don't let that happen. Publish your stuff. Put it out in the world. Take the criticism. If it's valid, get better. Change it. If it's invalid, move on. Because people can say anything they want online, and it doesn't have to be true. If you want to learn more about me and follow my work, you can sign up for the Dice Geeks Insider, link below. It is a weekly newsletter where I talk about role-playing games and movies and other things that are interesting. You can also find my books of random tables at dicegeeks.com. Until next time, keep gaming.